Good morning, New York. Angela, Daily Bite of Health. And today, while I'm having my super simple breakfast of 3 eggs, I always usually have my black coffee, but I've already finished it. Anyway, so today is all about mastering your nutrition. If you decided to transform your life, your eating habits, and you started, Googling stuff, it might look all very complicated, very confusing, because there are so many different approaches to weight loss, to improving your eating habits. There is so much contradictory information about what is actually healthy, what is not healthy, and what is not only healthy but also good for your weight loss. Because, for example, fruits are perfectly healthy, but if your main goal is to lose the most amount of weight, especially around your belly, then fruits might be not ideal food for you, especially tropical fruits, especially in unlimited amounts. So there's a lot of contradictory information, and you don't want to waste time trying something that doesn't work, that is some bullshit science, and you look it all up and you get confused and you decide to kind of fling it and do whatever, and usually that brings you 0 results, and then you think that diets don't work. Then you go to the store, when you're trying to buy something healthy, and you see and you look at the ingredient list, and there's so many ingredients that don't belong into that particular food item, or there are so many confusing names, for example, for a simple sugar, and then you think like, well, this is natural sugar, this is not natural, or should I eat it? Is it good for me? Is it good for weight loss? And so many questions that you might get a headache, and for sure it seems at times very overwhelming. So, but you still want to transform your eating habits. You still maybe want to lose weight. You want to start having more energy, and you want to do something that actually works. You don't want to waste your time. So what do? My approach, my advice is start with breakfast. Transform your eating habits 1 meal at a time. Decide how many meals you have. So for example, if you're having 3 meals, so that's when you're eating, and the rest of the day your mouth is shut unless you have to talk or sing or use it for other purposes but eating. So if you're having 3 meals, then have your 3 meals. If you're having 4 meals, have your 4 meals without snacking. That's going to simplify your weight loss journey and transforming your eating habits, because snacking is very hard to manage. So start with breakfast and transform your breakfast for 1 to 2 weeks, whatever it takes to make you feel comfortable that you got it, right? I have 3 guidelines for your breakfast. Your food for your breakfast should look like it was recently alive, hopefully not long ago, meaning growing or running. So for example, my breakfast is eggs, and very simple, and you know where it comes from, and when you look at it, you know all the ingredients in it, right? So it's just eggs. So first advice, first guidelines for breakfast is you should know where your food come from. You should know all the ingredients that in your food just by looking at it. So look at it. If you know all the ingredients, what's in it, that's probably a good choice. The second guideline is your breakfast should have 0 added sugar. Artificial, natural, whatever, just no added sugar, period. And the third one is your breakfast should have no grains, no oatmeal, no quinoa, no nothing, no grains, period. If you want to transform your eating habits, if you want to lose weight, ditch grains forever, hopefully, but at least for your breakfast for now. So no grains, no sugar, and you should be able to identify all the ingredients just by looking at your breakfast. It should be recently alive, growing, or running, right? And that's it. So start with your breakfast every single day. Just transform your breakfast. You can have your eggs, or you can have your omelette with vegetables or cheese with bacon or sausage. Just make sure it's all good quality products. You can have some vegetables with sardines or salmon. You can have